G'day everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at a little exhibition that happened during the month of September just outside of Melbourne in the regional town of Kyneton. This was an exhibition presented by the Macedon Model Railway Club and the Cottage Industry Consortium, and it was held at the Masonic Lodge in Kyneton. Basically what you had at this exhibition was no layouts but rather small manufacturers or cottage industry manufacturers. So I guess the caveat on being able to be at this exhibition was that you had to be an Australian manufacturer that produced products here in Australia rather than overseas. So there was a handful of manufacturers. As well as that, you also had weathering demonstrations, kit building, and a couple of other little bits and pieces. So let's have a look at what was there and what it was all about. So let's have a look at some of the manufacturers that were there. So you had Scale Workshops. Scale Workshops, who supply the model railway industry with fencing and scale railway crossing for Australian layouts. That's with Australian handmade LEDs. They had new and scale kit homes with resin-made roofs, LED street lights, railway signs, model truck cattle trailer kits, and resin cab bodies. You had Paul's 3D Prints, who offer a large selection of 3D printed rolling stock and line-side accessories. Paul offers a large range of Victorian rolling stock and locomotive bodies, as well as several line-side structures such as signal boxes and station buildings. Paul had a range of new products on display, including this new turntable kit that he will soon be producing. You also had Bill's Boards. Bill offers decals in HO and in N scale, and pretty much any kind of decal you can think of that would cover Australian railways, he has. Broad Gauge Models, who are manufacturers of brass and white metal kits with Victorian and South Australian steam locomotive. They have produced to date the following locomotives: the A2, the N or 750 class, KE, Y, D3, the NA class, as well as the 700, 710, 500B and T class of South Australian Railways. They have white metal kits from advanced to quite basic kits like the KY kit. They also offer low melt solder and organic flux. You had Linden's Trains. Linden has kits and ready to run locomotives and rolling stock to cover quite a broad range of Australian prototype modelling and has an ever-growing product range. You had Veteran Models, who manufacture O-gauge kits of the Victorian Railways prototype. Veteran Models also has kits from the beginner, like the GY kits, up to quite advanced guards vans and even locomotive kits. So pretty much if you're looking to get into Victorian Railways O-scale, these guys are the ones to talk to. Blue and Gold Models were there, who provide HO scale polyurethane kits and accessories to suit any blue and gold era modeler. That's Victorian Railways model. The range of available models is growing and will include most of the ex-G&E models, with also new models in the works, and they have even more stuff on the drawing boards for the next 12 months. San Mado, who offer HO scale brass signal kits of the Victorian and South Australian searchlight signals, upper quadrant semaphore signals, and New South Wales colour light signals. These are built to enhance your layout with working red, green or orange colour signals, either as kits or to be made up ready to go. These can be wired to detector units or point motor switches or even DCC macro controls to add realistic operation. And lastly, from the manufacturers, you had Simplified Electronic Control for Model Railways, who is a small manufacturer of electronic devices to enhance your model railway. These are simple controls with no need for computers or programming. Controllers for servos, signals and turnouts, automated crossing lights and LED lighting effects. You also had weathering from Steve Buckton, who demonstrated his weathering techniques, which are rather unique in this hobby. You could have a chat with Steve on the hows and whys of weathering for that realistic look for your steam engine, diesel or piece of rolling stock. As well as that, you had model building from Mitchell and Zed, who are happy to answer any questions about modelling and kit building from brass through to plastic and even 3D modelling. So there you go, that was the ARMEX exhibition, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a really good afternoon heading out there and just getting a chance to, I guess, talk to all the manufacturers just on a, I guess, one-to-one level. You don't have all the, it's not a massive exhibition. It's not like there's hundreds of people there and, you know, all trying to see layouts at once and everything like that, but you can talk to people about how they're weathering, their techniques, or how 3D printing works, or what products they have, or, for example, Veteran Models, you know, they had O-scale kits, you can have a chat to them, and yeah, everything else. And Honestly, it's something that I think I would like to see more of in the model railway community in Australia, these kind of like small exhibitions where you just showcase these smaller manufacturers. So yeah, if you went along, what were your thoughts? Once again, I really enjoyed it. I had a good afternoon there, and I certainly will go back again to this if it happens again in 2023. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will leave all the just contact details for everyone who was there, and if you want to find out more, in the description below. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Hooroo.